Hi, Teri here from Stamping Magic. Welcome back to my channel. Today's project is a fabulous card. I've used the All Things Fabulous stamp set together with the Fabulous Florals dies. And I've created a gift card holder. And the gift card is positioned under the inside panel. So let's get started. These are all the measurements you need for all the elements required to create this project. So if you're interested in reproducing it, take a screenshot so you can refer to it later. This is the All Things Fabulous stamp set, and today I'm going to be using all three of the main flower images, two of the leaf images, and the Wishing You All Things Fabulous sentiment. I'm going to use my Stamp Artist for the sentiment because I want to stamp it twice to get a very dark image. I'll be stamping on normal weight Whisper White card, and I'm using Memento Tuxedo Black ink. I'm going to position my stamp, pick it up with the plate, ink it up and stamp it down, and then I'll ink it up again and restamp it to get that dark impression. To cut out my sentiment, I'm going to use one of the stitched rectangle dies, and it's the smallest one from this grouping. Now the die is actually too small for the sentiment, so I've got to do some partial die cutting to get it to fit. I'm going to position it so the left hand side is correct, and then I'm going to secure the die with a little washi tape. And I'm just going to reduce the size of this paper. Now when I run this through my die cutting machine, I only want to cut that left hand side. I don't want to do the right hand edge. And to do this, you just place the top plate so the edge of it is where you want to stop cutting. So it will only cut everything under that top plate. I've just run it through and this is the result that you should get. So if I carefully remove that washi tape and the die, you can see it's done a partial cut. So the whole of the left hand side through to the middle and beyond has been cut, but not that right hand side. Now I'm going to reposition the die, and you can reposition it and then give it a little wiggle and it will fall into the cuts that it's already made. And again I'll secure with washi tape. Now this time I just want to cut the right hand edge. I don't want to recut what's already been cut, so I'm just going to place the top plate over that right hand side, and then I can run it through. Before you remove the die, just flip it over and look at the back and make sure it's cut all the way through, just in case you didn't position the plate in the right place. And then you have your sentiment. I'll be stamping the flowers on normal weight Whisper White cardstock, and I'm going to use pumpkin pie ink. Now you need 3 tones of ink for this stamp set for the flowers, but I'm just going to use 1 ink pad for this. Now each of the flowers come in a set of 3 stamps. So I'm stamping the smallest image and the darkest image first. Then I'll go to the middle size image. I'm going to stamp off once before stamping over the first image. And these are really easy to line up because the stamps are photopolymer. So I'm stamping off once each time to get a lighter tone of ink. And then I'm going to use the third image in the set, and this is the largest image. And I'm going to stamp off twice before using it. And that's my flower complete. Now obviously you need 3 of this type of flower if you're recreating this card. You also need 1 of the other large flowers. Now again, I'm starting with the smallest, darkest image, and then for the next image I'll stamp off once, and for the final largest image I'll stamp off twice. I also need to stamp 3 of the small flowers. Now these will be stamped in exactly the same way as all the others were. Now I haven't gone into a lot of detail about stamping these images. If you are interested in seeing how each of the images in the stamp set should be stamped, then I'll leave a link at the top right of the screen under the eye to another video that shows you how to do it for this stamp set. I'm going to stamp all the leaves using old olive ink. Some I'm going to stamp off first. Now I need 5 of the larger ones, and I'm going to do 2 at full strength and 3 at second generation. And then I need 3 of the smaller leaves. 2 I'm going to stamp first generation and then 1 second generation. I'm going to die cut all of these images using the coordinating Fabulous Florals dies. And then I've created one of the border panels in basic black card using another of the dies. And when you cut this one, you want to run it through forward and backwards a couple of times. I'm going to make up the inside panel for my card first of all. I have a Whisper White mat and a pumpkin pie mat, and I'm going to layer these together. I'm going to use tear and tape adhesive to mark around the area where the gift card will go. Now the first thing you want to do is lay down a strip right on the bottom edge of the panel on the reverse. Then you want to position your gift card, and you don't want it right next to that strip of tape. If you do, it will make your inserting and removing the gift card really tight. So leave a small gap and then run another length of adhesive across the top, again leaving a gap between it and the gift card. You also want to run a strip of adhesive along the back edge. So this will be, as I'm looking at it now, this will be the right hand side between the 2 strips that you've already laid. Now this time I'm not going to put it right on the edge because the gap's a bit big. I'm going to bring it in a little bit. So there's just a small gap between the back of the gift card and the tape. Now if you work with 8.5 by 11 inch card, your panel will be wider than mine, so you want to leave a slightly bigger gap. If you place the tape on the edge, you might find that you can push the gift card in too far and it will be very difficult to remove. I'm going to hold the gift card into position and then flip the whole panel over before making a mark with my pencil halfway across the width of that gift card, and then taking my 1.5 inch circle punch, you can use any punch for this, I'm going to punch a part circle centering that pencil mark across it. My card base is in basic black, and this is half of your standard sheet of card, scored in the middle and folded to create a portrait card. Then I have the inside panel that I've just created, and for the front of the card I've got a pumpkin pie mat onto which I'm going to add a Whisper White mat, and I've embossed this using the Ornate Floral 3D embossing folder. And then finally I have all my die cut elements and my gift card. That's my card finished. I now just need to add the gift card. Now, once you get the gift card in there, you want to slide it in and out a couple of times just to loosen it up. Now I'm lining up the right hand edge with the right hand edge of my inside panel for my card. Now here's another look at my original card. Now the colour I used here for the flowers was crushed curry. Now you can see that the part circle that I have on my latest card is bigger. That's because I used the 1-inch punch on my first card, and although I can slide it in and out okay, it's not as easy. It's easier if you have a larger hole cut out. I have one other sample to show you, and this is a Christmas card, and I used the Christmas Gleaming stamp set together with the brightly gleaming Specialty Designer Series paper. And then inside, of course, you have the gift card. A very un-Christmassy gift card for this one. The best thing about this gift card holder design is that you could add it to the inside of any card. You don't need any fancy folding or extra pieces. It will fit inside any standard card. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this project. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notifications bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Bye for now.